Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. Squad Foundations is back for the championship, which means we have 3 brand new players to grind for, and that is worthy of the Whopper button.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
I'm going to go over the best way, the fastest way, share with you some squad ideas so you can get this knocked out. But before we begin, if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So they really could have renamed these objectives the I hope you completed Wayne Rooney objectives, because that's really where this gets its power, is if you have the Rooney in your team, you need some strong links, you need somebody to help get Rooney out there. So let's take a look at what you need to do. And I also want to point out, if you have not already completed Squad Foundations 1, we can do these at the same time. So you can actually bring 6 championship players into your team at the same time, which is pretty epic. But the first challenge, and to me, this is the main prize of all, this Squad Foundations Rico Henry looks like an outstanding outstanding left back. He has great pace. When you look at his card, he has 99 agility, 99 balance, so amazing dribbling, great defending, good, even good physical for a left back compared to a lot of the others. But let's see what you need to do. You need to score 12 finesse goals using championship players in the live FUT Friendly Managerial Masterpiece. And that's the one where you can only take a 77 rated squad, so you have to pick and choose what you're going to take out there, with 11 championship players in your starting squad. So what I would recommend, even if you have no intention of going through this entire objective, grinding it all, trying to get Henry done. You could do this in one game before the match. Message your opponent, say, hey, can I score 12 finesse goals? Actually, and if you haven't completed this other one, say, I want to get to 15 goals, because then you would also get Squad Foundations Bradley Dack. So in one game, you could get Squad Foundations Bradley Dack, you could get this objective reward here, and you could also get Henry plus a 75 plus rated rear player if you message your opponent before the match and just trade goals. So if you get the 12 finesse goals in one match, you'll get Squad Foundations Henry into your team. And then the next one is assist 6 goals with crosses, which is another one. It's not the worst thing in the world to get crosses, but sometimes they just don't register properly, and to do a cross you hit the X button. Sometimes the low driven crosses, which is RB or R1, hold that in while you push X, can be a good way to score a cross. They're just not consistent, so it's a little bit frustrating on that. But if you message your opponent before the match, you can knock out both of those, and in one match have a 75 plus rated rare player, Squad Foundations Henry, and Squad Foundations Bradley Dack. And in my opinion, that Henry is probably the best playable card. Plus, he's English, which will give you that green link to Rooney if you completed him. So just a really, really strong card. Really like that one a lot. So that's what I would recommend on that. The rest of them, this is the grind here. Play. The Lerma card does look really good as well. I do like the Lerma card as well. Really good physical, 87 physical. He's not going to have the best links in the world, but, you know, he's going to have some. Maybe if you have that Joshua King from before. You will have Colombian links, but, you know, not the greatest links in the world, but it is a really solid card. Maybe wish he had just a hint more pace, but it is a nice card. But this one, you have to play 18 matches. So that's where the grind starts, is playing 18 matches. And then win 8 matches, and that'll give you a 75 plus rated rare player. And if you do all 4 of these, then you'll get this Squad Foundations Buendia, which does look like a really solid card. I mean, it's nothing that makes you go, oh my god, I got to get Buendia in my team, build a squad around him. But it's a nice, solid card. But like I said, in my opinion, the best one of all is the Rico Henry. I think he just looks like a really outstanding card. Now, you could definitely make a fun team built around Buendia and Henry and Lerma and Dack. And there's a brand new What If SBC today that has a championship striker if you want to do that. He's a little pricey, but I'm not sure it's worth it. So just kind of want to point that out there, that even if you don't want to go through the whole grind, do it for just the Henry. The other thing I want to point out is that once you have these 2 things done, we could 100% do this on Golden Goal. So I don't know if we should rename our teams to Golden Goal, or what's the best strategy to do, but we could try to help each other out on these. Just play these to Golden Goal. Basically, we only have to win 8 out of 18, but still, it's going to be easier to win or to play 18 matches, or win 18 Golden Goal matches, than it is to play 18 90-minute matches, if that makes sense to you. But it's just, we need to try to help each other out on these. We've got so many things to grind for right now. We need to offer all the help we can get. But let me show you some squad building ideas. Now, it's not the easiest. The championship does not have the greatest players. So that's why I said in some ways I hope it's the I hope you complete it Wayne Rooney challenge. Because if you can bring Rooney into the squad, that makes things so much easier. Now, if you did not complete Rooney, I'll show you a couple things here. Let me just go over the basics. Now, I have Joshua King out here. He has transferred to Everton, but you can still buy some of his championship cards at a reasonable price. If you can't get Joshua King, get whatever striker. You can get Timu Puki. You can get whatever, because we may sub him off anyway, so don't worry about it. Now, Joshua King is the most playable one there, so that's why I have him there. But just realize he has transferred to Everton, so his card could be a hint bit pricey if you don't already have it. It's not like crazy out of the realm of possibility, like 4,000 or 5,000 coins last I looked. Now, a card that I will say is a must-have for this challenge is Ismail Assar. He has 94 pace, good dribbling. He's going to be a great runner for you. So he is actually a card I say is almost a must-have. I actually just recently submitted him. I've saved him and saved him and saved him in my team for managerial masterpiece purposes. I just recently submitted him into one of those 81-plus player picks, so I'll have to rebuy him when I go for this challenge, but just keep that in mind. I'd 1,000,000% say Sar is a 100% necessity for this challenge. Same with Lerma and Pearson. Those are the best midfield dominators in the championship that are gold and that are going to be able to play well for you. So both Lerma and Pearson, and we're going to get that updated Lerma once you grind through everything, that 85 Lerma, I believe it is. But this Lerma is also strong with his gold card. You know, you can see their decent agility, good physicality, good defending, decent passing. I mean, just a solid all-around card. Same thing with this Pearson, a nice solid all-around card. Now, on the left side, we have a new Balassi card. Now, Balassi is maybe a hint bit stiff, but it's hard not to have Balassi and his 5-star skill moves in the team, so definitely recommend Balassi. Now, one thing about Managerial Masterpiece, in my opinion, there are some silver left backs and silver right backs from the championship that play better, but you can only take 3 silver players into Managerial Masterpiece, so I'm trying to be choosy on that. And you don't want to have like a 74 rated silver, because then that kind of limits what else you can do. So I'm going to say we're going to have Diego Rico and Kiko Feminia as our fullbacks, mainly just because I don't want to waste a silver slot. I want to save these 65 rated slots down here so that we can have more firepower on the subs bench. For center back, this Mingy card is absolutely epic. I've got his Manchester United version. He's recently went on a loan to Derby, so he does have a championship card available. Really strong card. Now, some people may recommend that Iorfa card. That is a really strong card as well, but he's generally pretty expensive. Now, if you can't get Mingy, I would just say take any 65 rated championship silver center back, and then you could bring on Iko Para. So just keep that in mind. If you can't find this Mingy, if he's rising too much in price, then just get any low-rated silver championship center back and bring Opara on. For our other center back, again, there's just not a lot of gold options, so we're going to go with Cavaselli. He is decent. I wish he had a little bit more pace. Now, if you're able to get Mingy, I would maybe even play with the Mingy and sub off Cavaselli for Opara. You could also bring on someone. You could bring on another, like if you have Tomori's card, you could bring Tomori on as a center back sub if you want to. Now, I don't want to waste all my subs on center back, but I would not mind trading one off for Iko Para just to be able to get that extra oomph. And Iko Para is amazing for a Managerial Masterpiece center back. And in net, we're going to go with Begovic. He's 6'6", FIFA 18 legend. Might as well bring him into the squad and let him play. Now, one thing I want to point out, make sure you have your bench set up this way. Now, you can only have 3 silvers, so we have 1 silver in the team. We have 2 65 rated silvers on the subs bench, and then we have 75 rated golds here. But notice, see our rating, 76 rating. We can have up to a 77 rating. So one thing I always like to do, I know you guys love having Lone and Mbappe come in off the bench. I've got this set up to where you can bring Mbappe. So we could have a team where we have Mbappe and Rooney up top. So that's going to make a world of difference. Going to allow you just to bang in some goals left and right between Mbappe and Rooney. Now, the question is, though, what if you didn't complete that Rooney? If you didn't complete Rooney, then just realize that's a 93 rating there. So what I would do is something like this. So we're just going to take any championship silver card or championship gold card that we can get. Let me put this on concept players here. So, you know, Cam or CM, if you have that DAC, you could certainly put him out there. But what I'm looking to get is I would maybe even use this gold 77 rated Rooney. So we could put gold 77 rated Rooney out there. I would want to sub him off because notice that gold Rooney only has 53 pace. Then take a look at how much firepower we can bring on. We can have this 86 Buendia. Now, doesn't have to be 86 Buendia. I'm just showing you from a rating perspective. You know, if you've got, let me just see some 86 rated card that I have on the bench. I also wanted to point out, if you've got this Tony Team of the Week card, that's a really strong championship level striker, 85 pace, good shooting, good dribbling. So I'm not saying you need to go buy him. I just wanted to point him out. If you happen to have packed this Tony or got him in your red picks or something like that, that could be another nice card. But just want to point out what you can have on your subs bench here if you don't have. Can I go on? Yeah, so let's take a look here. We've got, and I think I could even do this. I think I even tested it for this. Yeah, so even if you don't have that 93 Rooney, just put 77 rated Rooney out there. Then you can have on your subs bench a 90 rated card, an 86 rated card, an 84 rated card. I mean, let's just look through a couple of our players real quick and just see what you could do. I think you maybe could even have a little bit more firepower. But I'm hoping that, you know, if you're going through these objectives, you maybe already have that Rooney, or you just kind of like completing these objectives like I do. But let's just see, you know, something like, you know, that Douglas Costa's 87 rated. You know, if you wanted to bring Kessie on, if you wanted to bring De La Feu on, you know, we're talking some really good 86 rated cards that you could bring on as a sub. You know, 84 rated cards. We're talking about like this Orsic card is an insane super sub. So could bring Orsic on as our 84 rated. So I just wanted to point out, you've got a lot of firepower that you can bring off the bench. So make sure that if you don't have that 93 rated Rooney, set it up something a little bit like this. Then you're going to have all of your firepower. And let me test it out. What is like our max rating that I can have? Let me just get rid of this over here. Is I think I tested it out a little bit. I wanted to double check on that. How much more firepower can we have? Can we bring on an 89? Yes, we can even go to an 89. So that's one of the good things. Sometimes when you have like these championship and like the Eredivisie is another one, you can set this up to where you can have some massive firepower coming off the bench. Let's just go ahead and push the limits on this. What if can we have 92 Neymar? We can have 92 Neymar. So take a look at this. We could have Mbappe and Neymar coming off the bench, and let's just see what else we can have. What else can we have? Can we have another, let's just try 89 rated Heung-min Son. Can he come on? So look at that, a 92, a 90, and an 89 on the subs bench. So if you don't have that Rooney, set it up like this. You can have so much firepower coming off the bench to make it a lot easier for you. Now, if you do have that Rooney, then I think it's going to make it a little bit more fun to play with Rooney, and then, you know, kind of maybe just have Mbappe coming off the bench, or having like an 84 and an 82 coming off the bench, something like that. But when you're doing these objectives for the championship, for Eredivisie, your subs bench becomes very important. So make sure to take advantage of that as much as possible. But anyways, boys, this is going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, but I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.